Hello again, I'm Jeff Tumlin, your Director of Transportation. As all of you know, the COVID health crisis and resulting economic crisis is changing everything that we do here at the SFMTA, and it will continue to change our work for years after the shelter-in-place order is lifted. This week marked the beginning of a new phase of increased economic activity in San Francisco, and it's also marking a shift in the emphasis of our work. We need to focus on helping the city and county of San Francisco recover economically because our fortunes are dependent upon the city's fortunes. And as a result of that, we've developed a Transportation Recovery Plan, or TRP, where we'll be aligning basically every line of our business with the city's larger economic recovery efforts. The TRP is guided by the latest information from the Department of Public Health about protecting our workforce and the public, but it's increasingly being guided by advice from the city's economic advisors about how we can support all business, but particularly small businesses in our neighborhood commercial districts. That guidance is constantly changing, so this will be a living document that will be updated regularly, and it will guide how we try to allocate our limited resources in a post-COVID world in order to achieve the highest public good. And this means continuing to figure out how can we use our limited resources in order to not only bring things back, but probably potentially solve some long-standing problems. How could we use our limited resources to make things better? Like everything that we do, this document will be rooted in our values. And of course, it will place the health and safety of our workforce and the public first and foremost. Increasingly, however, it's going to be elevating the value of economic activity, all the small things that we do in order to foster economic opportunity in San Francisco. But particularly for our small businesses, for our neighborhood commercial districts, and for people who have had the least economic opportunity in the past, because equity will continue to guide everything that we do. We'll also continue to emphasize customer service, giving people the information that they need, even as our resources are constrained. And of course, using this as an opportunity to foster our environmental stewardship, reducing CO2 emissions in San Francisco. And so with all these values in mind, the plan sets forth a whole series of improvements that are guided by each stage of economic recovery. We'll be looking at how we bring Muni service back, given the significant financial constraints that we have, and given the fact that the combination of the social distancing capacity limitations on our buses, plus other economic reductions in our ability to deliver Muni service, are going to result in a between 70 and 80% loss of Muni capacity, which is the equivalent of all of the traffic on the Bay Bridge, Golden Gate Bridge, Richmond Bridge, and San Mateo bridges combined. This is a huge impact to our ability to move San Franciscans. We're also having to think creatively about other ways to get people around. There's no more automobile capacity left on our streets after today. Like, our streets are at capacity right now. So what can we do in order to make it possible for more San Franciscans to feel safe using a bicycle or a scooter or a wheelchair to get around San Francisco? How can we partner with other mobility providers like taxis, like paratransit, like some of our private mobility providers in order to keep moving people? And how can we support allowing people to be able to shop and eat locally by investing in neighborhood commercial districts through our Shared Streets program, or in making it safer for people to walk in their neighborhoods through, for example, our Slow Streets program? And we're looking about how can we do this more quickly and more efficiently. Our resources are severely constrained, and I've been amazed by the way that all of our teams have been able to increase the delivery of new programs and services, even with our resource constraints. So we'll be looking forward to presenting this plan to you and updating it with you as we move along. The plan intends to be comprehensive, to integrate across all of our work streams, break down the borders of silos, and make it clear how we should best invest our limited resources in order to serve the public good in alignment with our agency's values. Thank you so much for your help in implementing this plan. Be well.